Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode. And today, as I said in my previous video, we are going to work on listening part and we are going to work on listening section 1, the easiest part in listening. And also the thing about this part is that the traps and tricks here are pretty easy and you can come up with the answer in no time. But we will take a look and we will analyze a sample question and see how we can, first of all, guess the question and guess the answer for each question and how we can find the answer for each question. All right, so the first section in IELTS listening is a conversation between two speakers, and it's set in everyday social context. There are 10 questions which are split into two parts, and you are given 20 to 30 seconds of preparation time before listening to each question set. All right, and now first we just take a look at one part of the first section. As you can see, first of all, the thing that you have to do is to read the title. All right, complete the notes below, write one word only. So this is the instruction. So you should definitely write only one word for each blank. So if you write two words, so you will not get any marks here. All right, and then the first thing we do during that 30 seconds preparation time is to just read and guess what you have to write in each blank. For example, let's take a look at number 1. Number 1, it's name. The name Edith, and you should write last name. And remember something, names will always be spelled out, all right, unless it's a very common name. So for writing the last name, someone's last name, just wait until the speaker spells the name. And remember something, there is a trick that most of the times you may have seen in IELTS listening. And what's that trick? That's a delay or correction. For example, the speaker might say, spell something, but the other speaker might correct the spelling. All right, so be very careful. Then number 2 is address, flat 4. So here we should write the name of the flat. Again, for the names, you should wait until it is spelled. And park flats behind the something. So for number 3, we should write somewhere or something behind what. So it is a place, or it is, let's say, maybe, I don't know, museum, or maybe library, or maybe restaurant. Okay, so behind here is a connecting word. All right, so be very careful about this word. Maybe in the text, in the listening section, they use a synonym for behind. So you have to be very careful here. For number 4, best time to contact customer during the, so for number 4, we should write time period. So maybe morning, afternoon, noon, and it's contact customer. All right, so what is that time period? And where to park, opposite entrance next to the. So we should again write something here, next to what. All right, so this is what we always do before starting listening to the listening part. You will be given 30 seconds, and during that time you have enough time to read the questions and just guess the answers. Now let's take a look at the transcript here for number 1, and let's see what tricks are used here. Okay, so this is the transcript. Edith starts it. It was my friend May Hampton. You did some excellent work for her a couple of years ago. Do you remember? So for number 1, we should write Edith's last name. Okay. Oh yes, that was in West Park Flats. Lovely lady. Yes, she is. And what's your name, please? So when you hear this, you should be very careful because it's going to be, the last name is going to be spelled. It's Edith Pargeter. All right. Now, the other speaker asks, Edith, can you spell your surname, please? So this surname, it means that it is last name. Okay? And Edith says it's P-A-R-G-E. Now, this is important. Double T-E-R. In British English, so most of the times they don't say R, they say ah. So you should be careful. All right? And here, this is pretty easy and straightforward. All right, so no synonym language or no traps are used here. So answering this question is pretty easy. Now let's jump to our next question, which is question number 2. So first, we know that we are going to write something, the name of flat or something, in the second blank. Address is flat 4 blank Park Flats. Behind the, then we should write something. Okay, let's continue the transcript here. Mr. Thorndike says double T, right? And do you live in West Park Flats as well? This is, so take a look at here. It's very important here. Mr. Thorndike says, and do you live? So when he says live, it means the address, all right? In West Park Flats. West Park Flats as well. This is exact language trap because when a candidate hears West, he thinks that for number 2, the correct answer is West. And Edith modifies that trap and he says, no, actually it's East Park Flat 4. So don't be, don't rush it out. So you have to wait until you hear the correct answer here, okay? Then Mr. Thorndike continues, oh, right, that's over the road. I seem to remember, quite difficult to get to. And Edith says, yes, it's at the back of the library. So what's the trap here? It's synonym language. As I said, instead of behind, Edith has said at the back of. At the back of or behind what? At the back of library. Okay? And Mr. Thorndike says, right, I know. And so the answer for question number 3 is library. And Mr. Thorndike continues, right, I know. And what's your phone number? 875934. But I'm out a great deal in the afternoons and evenings. Now, let's jump to number 4 and 5, questions 4 and 5. So we know that for number 4, we are going to write time period, all right? And for number 5, we are going to write something, which is next to the something. Now, what's the transcript? Mr. Thorndike continues, so would the best time, this is exactly the synonym language for number 4, as you can see, best time to contact customer. Best time to ring you. Ring you is the synonym for contact, okay? So would the best time to ring you be in the morning? This is the question. Now, there are 2 possible answers. Edith might say no, and actually he would modify the previous sentence, or he might say yes. So if he says yes, the correct answer is morning. And as you can see, Edith says yes. So for number 4, the correct answer is morning, and we should wait for number 5. Mr. Thorndike continues, fine, I've made a note of that. Can I just ask, I'll be in a van and I know parkings. All right, so now we hear the word parking, which is question number 5 starts with where to park, okay? Rather difficult round your flats. Where would you recommend? Where would you recommend? So we are close. We are close to the answer here. And Edith, and we definitely know the answer is here in the sentence that Edith is going to say. Well, I always tell people in larger vehicles to park by the means next to. So as you can see, the trap, what kind of trap is used here? Yes, synonym. By the means next to, by the post box on the other side of the road from the entrance. And instead of opposite, on the other side of the road is used, right? And also there is another trick and trap here. As you remember, in our last video, we talked about this trap, and that is word order. The word order is changed here. In the question, opposite entrance comes first, and after that, next to the blank. But here, we first see park by the post box on the other side of the road from the entrance. So that's the word order trap. And the correct answer here is by the post box. By the post box. All right. So that's it for part one. For section one, it's pretty easy. And so you can definitely pull it off and answer around maybe 10 questions, 10 out of 10. So that's pretty easy. On our next video, I'm going to work on IELTS Listening Section 2, and you will learn how to answer questions in Section 2. So until next time, enjoy your time, stay tuned, and bye-bye.